All right, so let's jump right in. What if I told you there's a business secret out there, one so powerful it can take a company that's just barely hanging on and turn it into the absolute leader in its field? Well, today we're going to break down a technique from Coach Bank's Superkit. He claims this is the key to unlocking some truly massive growth. And believe me, he is not kidding about how much this is worth. I mean, he kicks things off with a pretty bold statement, right? He usually charges millions for this stuff, but today, he's giving it away for free. And the best part is, we're diving into exactly what it is, right here, right now. So, what is this $1 million secret? Get ready for it. Do more of what already works. I know, it sounds almost too simple, right? Maybe even a little obvious. But trust me, the real genius here isn't just in that sentence. It's all about the mindset and the execution that comes after. So let's really get into what that means. Okay, to really wrap your head around this, you've got to understand something crucial. There are basically two ways, two mindsets when it comes to growing a business. Coach Bank calls them the optimizer and the maximizer. And which one of these you choose to be, well, that can literally change everything for your company. So just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the optimizer. This person is all about efficiency, How can I do the least amount of work possible to get the biggest bang for my buck? Then you've got the maximizer. This person is obsessed with one thing, getting the biggest absolute result, period, whatever it takes. Now, both of these can work, sure, but over, say, 2 or 3 years, the maximizer's revenue is going to be worlds apart, like exponentially higher. And I'm about to show you exactly why. All right, let's get into a little profit puzzle. This is going to perfectly show you the hidden trap in the optimizer's way of thinking. This is exactly where focusing too much on efficiency can, believe it or not, stop you from making the real money. So, let me ask you directly. If you had to choose one of these two investments for your business, which one would you pick? Just take a quick look and think about it. Okay, so option A looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? You put in 10,000, you get 100,000 in sales. That is a 9 times return on your investment. That's super efficient. Now look at option B. It's a much heavier lift. You got to invest a whole million to get 2 million back in sales. That's only a 2 times return. I mean, the optimizer in our brain is just screaming, pick A, pick A. And yeah, with option A, you'd walk away with $90,000 in profit, which, hey, for a $10,000 investment, that's not bad at all. It feels like you made a really smart, efficient move. But, and this is the big but, here's the twist. With option B, you walk away with $1 million in profit. That's more than 10 times the profit you got from option A. And boom, right there, that's the whole idea in a nutshell. Here's the key takeaway. Percentage returns, they look great on a spreadsheet. They're nice to talk about. But what actually grows your business, what actually pays the bills in your team, is absolute profit. It's cold, hard cash. You can't deposit a percentage in the bank, right? The maximizer gets this. They're laser focused on that bigger, absolute number. So, okay, we get it. We've made the mental shift from being an optimizer to being a maximizer. But how do you actually do it? How do you put this into practice? Well, it all boils down to one really powerful action. Coach Bank uses this great Thai word, Cayet, and it literally means to crush something or to grind it down. But in business, what it really means is to double down. It means you take what's already working, what's already proven, and you just amplify it like crazy. It's the complete opposite of getting distracted by the next shiny object. And you know what? This is where so many businesses mess up. They find something that works, even just a little bit, and what do? Instead of doubling down, they get excited and immediately pivot to something new. But all this constant pivoting just creates risk, it wastes your resources, and it can actually make your revenue go down. And for a small or medium-sized business, playing that game can be absolutely fatal. So that danger of constantly chasing new ideas is very, very real. The question is, how do you protect yourself? Sometimes from your own great ideas. How do you know when it's the right time to try something new versus when you just need to couiller and double down? Well, Coach Bank gives us a super simple safeguard. It's just a 3-question test. Before you pour a single minute or dollar into a new project, you have to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, impact. If this actually works, is the impact going to be huge, not just a little bump? Number 2, keepability. Do we really honestly have the skills and the know-how to make this a success? And number 3, resources. Do we have enough time, money, and people to truly commit to this? And here's the rule. If the answer to even one of those is no, you don't do it. You just stick to what's already working. In fact, his advice is super clear on this. For most small and medium-sized businesses, you should limit these big, new, risky projects to maybe 1 or 2 per year. That's it. Not 1 a month, not even 1 a quarter. Just 1 or 2 a year. And the rest of the time, you focus, you Cayet, you double down. Okay, let's pull all of this together now into one final super powerful framework that you can start using like today. And it connects this whole philosophy to a classic business idea that you've probably heard of before. I'm talking about the 80-20 principle, or the Pareto principle. You know the one, right? It's the idea that for pretty much anything, roughly 80% of your results are coming from just 20% of your efforts. And this is the key. This is how you find the thing you need to double down on. I mean, this chart really says it all, doesn't it? As a business owner, your job isn't to waste time trying to make that other 80% of your activities a little bit better. Nope. Your one job is to find that critical 20%. What's the one marketing channel, the one product, the one sales technique that is driving almost all of your success? And once you find it, this is the most important part. You don't just do more of it. You scale it like crazy, exponentially. Let's say you discover that doing a certain type of live video brings in all your best customers. You don't just keep doing 1 a week. No, you do 1 every single day. You hire a team to help you. You run ads to those videos. You slice them up into clips for social media. You turn it into this massive content machine. You go from reaching 20 people to 200, then 2,000, then 20,000. You pour everything into making that one thing an unstoppable force. That is how you win. So I want to leave you with this question. I want you to take a really hard, honest look at your own business. What is your 20%? What is that one thing that's really driving your results? And once you have it, just imagine what would happen if you put all your focus, all your energy into just that one thing. Starting today.